Hello, my name is Milos Vasic. I am the acting president of the Humber College Faculty Union. This is a video message intended for the broader Humber community of students, faculty, and administrators. And I wanted to give a sense of where things are at in the bargaining process between the faculty team led by OPSEU and the 24 Ontario colleges represented by the CEC, or College Employer Council. Now, as many of you know, a vote was held last week and over the weekend in which a majority of faculty throughout the province voted to give the OPSEU team a legal mandate to begin work action. Now, before I explain what that means, notice that I haven't said the word strike at all so far. And that's because our team has been clear from the outset that it's in no one's interest to launch a full-scale strike in January or over the holiday period, in which case you can be assured that there will be no strike in January. Now, you might be asking yourself, so if there's going to be no strike in January, why hold a strike vote? And the answer to that question is that we have been pushed to the brink by the aggressive tactics of the CEC. On Monday, December the 13th, the CEC launched a labor disruption of their own in the form of terms and conditions of employment that have been thrust upon us without our say. That threat was always there, so the vote was a necessary and legal means to begin to push back or apply counter pressure against that labor disruption. So in January, what you will see is what's known as a work to rule campaign. This is a situation where employees meet the strict expectations of their job, but they do not engage in unpaid labor. So in general, that means that your courses in January will get off the ground with no hitches. Classes will be delivered, assignments will be graded, learning outcomes will be met. Stay tuned as we get closer to January. We will be providing more details in terms of what that will look like. So what are the sticking points in the current round of bargaining? Well, I can tell you that it doesn't have to do with wages. That's because there's a provincial law on the books that limits increases to wages and benefits in the public sector. Everyone knows this, everyone accepts this. Instead, it would appear that the CEC is dead set against our proposals to enhance the learning experience. Specifically, we'd like to have more time to grade evaluations and assignments. We're asking for more time to prepare for online and hybrid courses. We're asking for better stability in contracts for non-full-time professors, because it makes sense that if you are less stressed out, you will be a better teacher. We're also asking for more comprehensive definitions of what counselors do so that they can more effectively respond to the mental health crisis that the pandemic has brought on us. Are our proposals financially unreasonable? Well, considering that the 24 colleges have collectively accumulated something like $1.5 billion in operating surpluses over the last 5 years, I don't think so. But hey, if our proposals are unreasonable, then it is up to the CEC to tell us why. But they haven't. I would love to hear the answer. So at the end of the day, what I would like all of you to understand is that the CEC, they answer to the 24 college presidents. And we could easily wrap up this round of bargaining if all of the outstanding issues went to binding voluntary arbitration. The faculty side has proposed this, the CEC has rejected this. So I am asking all of you to go to opseu562.org, and there you will find a link to write a letter to Chris Whitaker to plead with him to convince the CEC either to do one of two things: to go back to the table, to finish the negotiations, or to refer all of the outstanding issues to binding arbitration. Thank you very much for listening to me, and you will hear from us very soon. Thank you very much.